All right, boys and girls, here is part 2 of today's Unit 3 lesson on animal disguises. Now, we left off with our last two vocabulary words from our context clues chart. So let's take a look. We have reptiles and frigid, and they're both in the section known as Q and A. Q stands for question. A stands for answer. So that's what Q and A means. So let's take a look in our animal disguises book. There it is, camouflage Q and A. So I'm going to fold this back. So all I'm looking at is just this. And I'm going to put this side by side. Once again, boys and girls, if you need to pause anywhere in this video, please do so. Now we are going to the word reptiles. Reptiles. And let's see if I can find the word reptiles here. Let's see. Here we go. We have it in the walking stick, Q&A. So let's take a look at some of the words around it. Predators, and you know what I would like for you to do is just look for the sentence where the word is in it. So, for example, reptiles, it's in the sentence right here. Predators, such as birds and small reptiles, have a hard time spotting walking sticks. So, whatever the vocabulary word is, we're going to look at it inside of whatever sentence it is in, and that's the way we find the context clue. So, let's see. Predators such as birds and small reptiles. So what context clues could I use to help figure out what reptiles mean? Well, I see it's right here where it says they are predators and they have a hard time spotting walking sticks. So my reptiles word means, let's see, it says predators here, right? It calls it predator, and it's around the word bird too, birds and small reptiles. So, sorry about that, boys and girls. When we see the word predators and birds, a reptile probably is some kind of animal, right? If it's a predator and it's hunting the walking stick and they used it with the word birds, it must be some kind of animal. And some of you might already know what a reptile is and an example of a reptile. Finally, our word is frigid. So again, it's in the camouflage Q&A. And I see it already. It's in the polar bear Q&A, and it says right here. So remember, you're going to read the word inside of its sentence. So I'm going to go back to where the beginning of the sentence was, and there it is, and let's read it. They live in the frigid, cold Arctic. I think I can already tell the context clue that is going to tell me what frigid means. So this comma that comes before the word cold is just like when we make a list of things, right? So when you say a list of things that are all the same, it usually means the same word. So comma and the word cold are my context clues, okay? And what I just mean by that, when I see a comma in the word or in the sentence next to my vocabulary word, it just means like a list of things that are the same. So if I were to say like ice cream, frozen, treat, or if I were to say eating a delicious frozen ice cream, the words delicious and frozen are all words to describe my vocabulary word, ice cream, okay? If I said my vocabulary word was crayon, right, I would say the bright colorful crayon. All of words to describe the word crayon. So to describe the word frigid, we have cold, we have a comma, and I saw the word Arctic. So right here, our definition for the word frigid probably means that it's cold, right? Probably means that it's cold. So, and very cold if we're talking about a place where the polar bears live. And here's another context clue. My picture. The word frigid was used to describe the polar bear. So, right here in my context clue, I'm going to even write the word pick. My picture is giving me the context clue to help to describe what the word frigid means. Okay, there is our context clues chart. I'm going to give you a moment if you need to pause to fill out your chart. All right, welcome back, guys. So to finish off the last section of our activity, and this is your assignment for today, was to finish up this side here. You are going to go to the website kids.wordsmith.net. In order to complete this activity, you're going to type in the words survive, behave, adaptation, undetected, reptiles, and frigid, one word at a time, into the word explorer right here. So I'm going to start with the word survive. Now it gives me the definition, and I have several definitions. I have 1, 2, 3 definitions for the word survive. But which one comes closest to my definition, or our definition that we found, which was to stay alive? Would it be definition number 1? To continue to live despite serious threat to one's life. Does that sound like our definition of staying alive? Sure, yeah. To live or continue beyond or in spite of. Does that sound like staying alive? Third definition, to continue to exist or be in use. Does that sound like staying alive? You can also read the italicized sentence below. These sentences right here use the word survive in a sentence so you can tell if it makes sense or fits the definition that we found for stay alive. They had so little food that it was a miracle they survived. I think definition number 1 is the closest to our definition here. So I'm going to write that. I'm going to write to continue to live despite serious threat to one's life. I'm going to write it right here. To continue to live despite serious threat to one's life. There you go. Okay. I'm going to give you one more example. We're going to do the word adaptation, because adaptation, when I was looking for it, it had several meanings as well. Adaptation has 1 definition, 2 definitions, 3 different definitions for the word. Now, the way that we used it the way that it was used in Animal Disguises was traits animals are born with to help in surviving. So we need to pick which one of these definitions matches the definition that we found in Animal Disguises. Let's take a look at definition number 1. The act or process of adapting, or the state of being adapted. Let's see what it's used like in a sentence. The adaptation of the novel for the Broadway stage took a year of hard work. Are we talking about a novel? Are we talking about a stage? No, we're not. We're talking about animals. This is more like talking about a book. So it can't be definition number 1. How about definition number 2? The result of such an act or process. Let's read the sentence and see how it's being used. We enjoyed the film adaptation of the play. Film? Play? Are we talking about those things when we talk about traits animals are born with to help in surviving? No, I don't think so either. So let's take a look at definition number 3. In biology, a change in an organism over time that better enables it to survive and multiply. Does that sound like something here that we wrote? Yes. So definition number 3, we're going to write for adaptation. In biology, so I'm just going to copy it just like what it says. So it's pretty easy, boys and girls. You just type in the word that we're looking for, and you just copy the definition that matches. And you might have to kind of squeeze it all in there or write really small. That better enables it. I'm writing even outside of the boxes. To survive and multiply. So there we go, you guys. I've used kids.wordsmith.net to help me find the matching definitions for our vocabulary words. I want you to finish off the rest of them, so you have 4 more to do, and that'll be your assignment for today from Context Clues chart. If you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me, boys and girls. Have a great day.